Hi there. For what belief would you die? If a group of people were about to, say, throw you to unfed and ravenous lions, unless you denied and stopped talking about your precious belief, which belief do you have that would be non-negotiable? Totally, completely non-negotiable. You could not give it up, and you'd meet the lions. By citing what Christian martyrs faced centuries ago, I want to focus you upon what God has been making for thousands of years, witnesses of Himself. Jesus said in Acts chapter 1 that power would be given to you and to me in the person of the Holy Spirit in order that you and I would be witnesses of me. He didn't say good speech makers. He didn't even say good people. Witnesses. Oh, what a big deal this is. What God did with them at that time was to die for. Jesus didn't tell them that they had to die for what He was about to do, but that the result of His interaction with them would be so captivating that it would become the truth and experience that defined life. And so the meaning of the word witness, to see Him so well because of what He does with you, that you couldn't help but die if someone tried to make you lie about Him. You'd go that far. Do you see that? What God does with you is what you witness. He has planned for that. He's working toward this every day. What God does with someone else is their witness alone. Agreeing with someone's opinion is not the same as bearing a witness from God. So the song has it wrong. See? God has planned to give you a unique experience, a secret between the two of you, familiarity that He gives to no one else in quite the same way. It's yours with Him, your witness, on purpose and by design. No one can talk you out of it. No one can take it from you, no matter the lions. It's yours with Him. You can't help it. This is how He creates and builds His own testimony in the mouths of His people. He loves His work with you. There's the witness He's working on with you, and there's the witness He's working on with me. Everything else is supplementary to your witness. What Bible version you choose, what kind of worship music you like, whether all dogs are going to heaven or only some, and whether or not you, the church, collect together in a building. These are supplemental to God's witness of Himself to you. This is salad, not main course. Sideshow, not main event. Opinion, not witness. Unfortunately, many of us have come to live on opinion, confusing it with witness from God because it ignites fire in us. Maybe you've noticed. Ugly and scalding fire for all who disagree. It might be the best passion some of us know. And that's confusing. Why is this important? Because what's happening to us today is that we're majoring upon and trying to nourish ourselves with surrogate witness, that which is actually not to die for. And while there is really no such thing as surrogate witness, you and I either see Him or we don't, we've accepted the lie that it's good enough. It'll do. And we're being cheated from Him, distracted from Him by what is lesser. It's not actually to die for, because it's not Him witnessing Himself to you and to me. Star Trek fans might think of visiting the holodeck, the fantasy room where nothing was actually real, on futuristic spaceships, and then joining the buffet line and feasting upon the not really real food that was laid out there. How fun! Seemed to taste great. However, the moment you left the holodeck and went back to reality, emptiness and dissatisfaction haunted you, of course. But if that's the best meal you'd ever found, you've ever had, then even though it's not real and not ours, we act like it's to die for. This is what I see happening today. I see it in how ugly we get when speaking to each other about supplement and surrogate, salad and sideshow. It's obvious where our focus is, and it won't bear it. We can't bear it. We're not made for this. The Apostle Paul assured the Corinthian Christians that the terrific news he was giving them was true by writing, "I call God as my witness. He gave me this, and I stake my life on it." See 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 20 through 24. This is what God is working to give you. It's not tangled. It's not overwhelmingly theological. It doesn't require a degree. He's not working to give you the Bible either. Every bit of it, from beginning to end. He's working to give you something undeniable about himself, something you witness with him, which becomes the foundation of all your days. Yes, the Bible is a perfect assist toward knowing him, but being a biblical witness is not the same as being a God witness. If I ask you, for example, what do you like about God? I'm not asking you what you like about the Bible, as good as it is. The Bible is the very greatest witness of God that there is, aside from you and what God is working out with you. That's the best witness most people will ever see. And that's the one that God has planned from long ago that should carry him in you. I want to encourage you to pay attention to what God is doing just with you and to prize it as the treasure it is. And I want to hear about it. We need to hear about it. That's the plan, that we would all be encouraged by what God is doing with you that makes him so lovable that you can't help it. You've got to love him. We need to hear it. We should be enjoying witness days at our church gatherings where people tell what God is revealing to them that makes him their treasure, their personal saving, rescuing, shepherding treasure. Do you know how beautiful that sounds? How true and authentic. It's beautiful, and it's deeply encouraging because we hear what God is doing with other people. Everyone loves that. It's obviously not a time for people to tell each other what to do, who to vote for, where to give money and to whom. The power, though, of authentic God adoration will expel anything else as shabby. There are plenty of times, and there should be plenty of times, for you and me to give our opinion. That's important, of course. But we need to be willing to distinguish opinion from witness. You will benefit, and I will too. See you later.